Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today I have got a couple of new Blade Series Kaisers that just dropped today. There's several others. These are just a couple that Kaiser sent me to show off to you guys. So let's just get into it. Let's unbox these, show them to you. They're available now. I'll do a review down the road. This is just a first impression unboxing. You guys know the drill. So the first one, the Bladesmith series, is Kaiser's more premium line. They also have the Vanguard series, which are excellent knives, a little bit more value price. They're both going to be great values for the materials and the designs that you get, but that's the designation between the black box and the white box that says Vanguard on it. So this one is an Original 2. I remember the original. Don't think I handled an original, but I do remember it. 3.2 inches is the blade. It's got a model number of KI 3605.2 TA1. Designer Kaiser, so this is an in-house design. This one is in S45VN, matte DLC, ultra titanium handle, clutch lock. So it'll be a clutch lock knife. Let's see what we got here. I've noticed in the Blade series, and maybe they've always done this, and I just haven't been aware. They offer the little pouches now, which I think are really cool. It's a really cool design. And then usually the knife is in a little plastic pouch inside the veneer pouch or the velour pouch. All right, so this is an interesting, I remember it now. The original came out, if I'm not mistaken, before the drop air. And maybe, yeah, I'm not going to get into a history lesson because I don't really know it. I just remember the original. I remember seeing it. Very nice knife. This one is titanium. It's got a reversible clip, I can tell. Deep carry clip. This one again is in black matte DLC. Got your clutch lock, which the Kaiser clutch lock is adjustable. It does have 5 little pins inside the scale where you can adjust the tension of that Omega spring. Looks like it has black hardware and a blue thumb stud. Let's give it a flick. It's a Tanto. And it's a hollow grind. Come on, guys. It's a hollow grind. I don't remember if the original was, but some things I'm seeing that I really like. Let's play with it for a second. So it's probably going to be, and we'll do some size comparisons, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be about bug out sized. It's got a snappy deployment, and it sucks the blade all the way in. So I would say the clutch lock is tuned pretty well. Feels really nice. I like the Tanto. I don't remember seeing that on the box, but maybe I missed it and I didn't show it to you guys. But the Tanto looks really sexy. I think the DLC looks really good. And I like the fact that it's S45. I think that's cool. The black titanium looks cool. I wouldn't have, I probably would have picked this exact colorway. The blue thumb studs give you just a little bit of color. And then you've got this jimping here on the choil. So that's what I was looking at, these different grips. It's really comfortable in the hand. And you've got the thumb jimping here. You've got thumb jimping, that sounds stupid. So you've got jimping on the frame where your thumb will rest that continues here to the blade right over the thumb studs. Then you've got this little patch of jimping right up front for that finger if you're getting in there to do those detail cuts. You also have jimping on each side of the frame where the choil is. So that's where my hand just naturally goes. Nice slim body. You do have some liners. So these are steel liners with titanium scales. The weight relief in the liners is, I think you guys can see that. Let's see. I'm trying to look through the phone lens. Hopefully you guys can see that, but very well skeletonized. I'm sure you probably can't see that axis lock in there or the Omega spring. I can see it, and it is tightened down like Kaiser ships them now. where they're at their kind of springiest, I think the best action. But again, you can adjust that action as you need to. So we'll do a quick in the pocket just to see how the clip is. Very good. Deep carry. In and out. It doesn't look like a pocket shredder because this particular version is smooth. There's no texturing on the scales. A little bit of chamfer rolled over on the side, but just a nice flat scaled quality materials. What I think is a neat design knife. And I'm sure, I don't know the price yet because these just dropped today, but I'm sure they're for the materials going to be well under 200, but they're going to be higher than a knife that you can probably get similar to this in the Vanguard series with different blade steels, different materials at even a more budget price. I'm not going to guess, but I will leave a link in the description so you guys can go check it out. So it looks like it's right at bug out size. When we do the review, we'll go in and we'll get exact sizes. But for those of you just to get an idea, if you don't have a Benchmade bug out, a little bit bigger than a Sharpie. I'm guessing it's probably going to be 7.5, 7.25 inches. I should know as many times as I lay the bug out there. So that is the original, or the original 2. And it's a Tanto. And I'm seeing on this box, maybe the 2T stands for the Tanto, because I'm sure they'll offer this in a drop point as well. I mean, I can't imagine Kaiser not offering it in a drop point as well. I personally prefer the Tanto, but that's just me. But I'm sure this will be available in a drop point too. When I put the link in the description, it'll take you to Kaiser's site. Put some other links there if they have them at Amazon. But there'll be other choices in terms of the colorways and probably the blade styles. So this one is a Quoll. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Quoll. Quoll or Quoll. It's got a 2.95 inch blade. It is a Ben Talbert design. I'm not familiar with Ben, but that tells you that it's an independent designer, a collaboration, so to speak. S45N blade, brushed DLC Ultra titanium and titanium Damascus handle. Titanium and titanium Damascus. And frame lock. This ought to be interesting. I've never heard of a Quoll before. A little sack. Ooh, that's kind of sexy and different looking. Hold on, guys. Get my trash out of the way so my OCD won't keep us at bay. All right. So the Quoll, I guess that I would have called that, and again, I don't know because I don't usually lean towards the Damascus, the very, the fancier knives, but I guess they call that titanium Damascus, where I would look at it as like Moku Tai or something like that, but gorgeous. I don't know if that's doing it justice. You've got it on both sides. For those of you who like symmetry, you've got that symmetry. It looks like you've got a reversible clip. I'm gonna hold that off till the review, the reversible clip, because even though the screw lines up, I don't know if the surface mounts or has, because it doesn't move a bit. So what we got here is a little, I get, and this is just Javon telling you his limited history, but I get a Sinkovich vibe. This kind of reminds me of that new ProTech Sinkovich collab, the automatic. I mean, it looks nothing like it. That's just my squirrel brain going. But thumb discs, something different, something I like from Emerson's, and a front flipper. Pretty basic. Let's get it open. Almost full deep carry clip, perfectly centered. Missed it on the thumb stud. And another thing I noticed is this is more of a recessed frame lock, bolster lock. I was expecting when I read it on the box for it to be a frame lock, like we're used to, where you see the cut into the external, but it's a recessed. So that's pretty cool. See how that slides back behind? Not a liner, it's the whole frame that's... So the thumb disc, once you get it, it's very well jimped. It fires. I don't know if I'll be able to reverse flick a disc. I've never done that, so it might just be a matter of knowing where to put the pressure. Can't really reverse flick it. Top flipper, i.e., is pretty much money because it sticks up and gives you a good bit of leverage on that flipper tab. Full disclosure, if you guys have watched the channel for any amount of time, top flipping is my least favorite deployment method. I've got a little shorter fingers and it's just kind of an awkward motion, but they're very popular. And this one's done very well. It doesn't stick up too far, looks nice. You've got the disc as a thumb flicking option if you don't want to do the... See, I can't even get the... I wonder if I can do it. Some people with longer fingers can do pullovers. I can just basically do the basic thumb flip. So one thing that I noticed that's nice about this thumb flipper tab is anytime you have a thumb flipper tab, my thumb or my finger sometimes will slip off depending on how the tab is designed. And this one, the jimping goes all the way up and it makes the turn. So that jimping, even if you're right on the corner, your finger picks it up. You can go lower towards the stud, or you can literally be right up at the top and it's not smooth. So that's a nice feature. Yeah, S45 DLC. We're going to cut with both of these guys. Don't think I forgot. I always like to slice paper. So the Quoll goes in and out of pocket very nicely. It's a not quite full deep carry, but close, right? Gentleman's knife, I would say this little drop point blade, under 3-inch cutting area. It's got a nice finger choil if you want to choke up on it. It's, to me, kind of a very bougie gentleman's folder. An office knife, something that take out on the town, you cut food with, cut steak with, just really anything. I wouldn't baton it, of course. I probably wouldn't do a lot of feather sticking with it or hard use because it strikes me more of as, like I said, a gentleman's folder. So, how do they cut? From the factory, that is. Well, for the Quoll, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, it cuts very well. That was cutter error. So much of it is cutter error, but it does. I mean, it's the noise when I get lined up right. You feel very little resistance, and I'm not hitting any snag down that blade. Again, is that a quintessential test? Of course not. This is just a unboxing, first impressions, seeing how it cuts, right? Let's get another piece of paper. And let's open our Original 2. Before I forget, we'll do a quick size comparison. So the Quoll is a little bit smaller than the Bug Out, but not much. They're kind of both in that same range. It may be a 1/4 inch smaller, guys. And again for those, maybe a little smaller, but it looks just about the same size, or it would occupy the same space, we would say. So let's cut with the hollow ground Original 2. Ooh, see, that's different. This is great. I mean, you guys might even be able to hear the sound. That sound versus that sound. They're both very slicey. This hollow ground Original 2 is a mega slicer. Nice detailed tip. Both of them have good pointy cutty tips. You can get down and do those detail cuts. Yeah, guys, these two of the two that I've seen so far that dropped on the today should be the 10th. And again, these just came out. You've probably seen them on Instagram. I'm impressed in both of them. I will give each of them a proper full review after I've had some time to spend with them to see if I can come up with any drawbacks. I don't know how you would do that with that lock, but I wish I could find the reverse flick sauce. And I'm sure it exists. Maybe I'll be reverse flicking it, maybe not. Again, I don't mind if the thumb flick action is good and this thumb disc action is good. I don't know where I was going with that word. But a little bit of jimping here, which again is your front flipper jimping coming across. Nice gentleman's folder. Both of these I would say would fit in that gentleman's folder category. I think the original is also a very nice, original design. Kizer in-house design. Love the grip. Love the fact that Kaiser's using an S45. So be interested to see how that holds up and how that sharpens. But guys, titanium clip here. This one looks like a steel clip. Nope, that's a titanium clip too. Magnetic, that's why but it doesn't stick to the clip. So both of them have titanium clips. It's just a stamped as opposed to a milled. I think they're both really cool knives. This one being a collaboration with, I think, what did we say, Ben Talbert, or was it Ben Talbert? Ben Talbert is the designer on this little gorgeous knife, the Quoll. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Looks like we've got T8s all the way around, and we'll get more information on the review. Guys, I've taken too much time on these, but I'm kind of wooed by both of them. I think they're really cool. Original 2 and the Tanto and the Quoll. Guys, thanks for watching. Channel members, thank you all for always supporting the channel. Anybody who comes in to watch my crazy knife and EDC content, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you giving me a look. If you're so inclined and you like the content, if you'd hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, it would really help me out. Hit a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave a comment if you'd like. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.